Your forecast first on ABC Big 2 News.
All right, let's check in with our morning meteorologist, Ryan Phillips.
Ryan, how are things looking today?
Yeah, warming up. Another below freezing morning, but we're warming up and melting all that snow to our north. We're going to get to that in a little bit. Parts of the country is dealing with snowy weather, but here in the basin,
I had some frost on my windshield.
You had frost in your windshield this morning?
Yeah, I know. Boo-hoo-hoo, poor me, compared to what everybody else is dealing with.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we were a little cold, a little humid this morning. Snow cover, again, generally just to our north in Lubbock, melting all the way into the Rocky Mountains, of course. And, of course, again, we're going to get to a little bit about the Mid-Atlantic to Northeast snowstorm that, by the way, did impact us here in the basin much earlier in the week. And now we're dealing with, again, not much in the way of any snow cover here in West Texas, just absent snow cover right now. Current temperature sitting right around the 56-degree mark. Very sunny today, warming up to right around the 65-degree mark. Some high altitude thin clouds, but likely rain free. Winds from the south-southwest from 5 to 15 miles per hour. Cloud free right now, but there will be some increase in clouds later today. Clouds to our south. This clockwise flow indicating a high pressure, and I'll be tracking the stable weather here in the basin. But speaking of snowy weather, and this was back at home where I used to live in Northeast New Jersey. My mom sent this to me of the backyard. Look at those snow-covered pine trees in the pool. Covered in snow. Snow is winding down now, but again, this was just taken not too long ago. Still a little bit of a milky scene with the snow coming on through, and that storm is quickly departing, but it has significantly impacted the major cities from Philadelphia, New York, now moving through Boston and Long Island with heavy wind-driven snow. Of course, is the main threat, but again, near my stomping grounds in Northeast New Jersey, they've received at least 6 to 12 inches or more of snow, especially in the Poconos of Pennsylvania. Ginger Z has more.
Overnight, wet, heavy snow beginning to blanket parts of the East Coast. Millions from Kentucky up through the Northeast bracing for the biggest snowstorm in 2 years. The snow disrupting the I-95 corridor just as the morning commute gets underway.
This is expected to be a short duration winter storm that has the potential to be high impact.
Some coastal communities in Massachusetts bracing for their most impactful tide in 6 years. The storm forcing millions of kids to stay home. Boston canceling classes. New York City going remote.
It's going to be remote learning day. That's one of the things that came out of COVID-19. We could continue the educational process.
Some New York City parents scrambling.
You know, we have a newborn and 2 school-age kids at home. It's just a lot to manage.
And in Pennsylvania, the DOT is all hands on deck after a lackluster winter so far. Ken Ringer owns Albright Hardware in Allentown. He says his shop, which sells salt, shovels, and snowblowers, is ready.
We look forward to snowfalls. The last couple of years, there hasn't been any amount of snow or anything.